again, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon.
Welcome back to the political process here on the channel. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. It is week 1 of 2035. We were just re-elected to, I believe, what is now going to be a third term, as a U.S. representative from the 17th District in Pennsylvania. So that's that. Now, there's not going to be a ton going on, like as far as me doing legislation in this episode, but we probably need to start thinking about throwing our name in the hat for like committee chairs and stuff like that. We're not going to run for Speaker of the House. It's going to end up being a Republican anyway, so it probably doesn't matter who we ultimately support over here, but we're going to just go with old Hal. And so here we're going to say we do not want to run as a nominee. And now when we vote, we are going to vote for, we're going to vote for Hal. I think being like moderately liberal across the board is probably more in line with like our character. So that's kind of what we're just shooting for here. We vote for him. He's going to lose. It doesn't matter. He's going to be the minority leader in the House. And then for Speaker, obviously we will vote for our guy. But oh, wait. He's going to win? What? I thought the House... Oh, look at this. Democrats took the House and the Senate is a split. We missed that in the last episode, I feel like. Or if we saw that, I obviously don't remember that. But that is awesome. I probably could have thrown my name into the hat for that now that I think, now that I know that. I don't know that we would have won anyway, because if we look here at... we look at the House, and then we look at the politicians. Matthias just won the... he won this seat, and he's got 50,000 political points to our 32. Probably would have been hard for us to have gotten that, but it's not a big deal. We'll figure something out. Now, nomination process for party leader. Party leadership. So... what if I say yes here? Throw my name in the hat. Like, he's got 34,000, 27,000, and 26,000. So there's actually a decent chance of us winning this. He's got a little bit more, but he's pompous, arrogant, and harsh. So maybe we actually have a chance. Let's run for it. Why not? We've been added to the list of nominees, and now when we go to vote for the party leader, we only got 6 votes, including ourselves. So, that's kind of disappointing, but whatever. So, he is the Democratic Party leader in the House. Which, why is it not the Speaker of the House? Like, why do they have to be 2 different people? But whatever. Okay, so nomination for Caucus Chair. Actually, let's go here and say, I hope we can accomplish great things, yada yada. Now... do we want to run for the caucus chair? We're probably going to lose, but we're going to say yes. I want our name being included in these processes within the Democratic Party. Even if we're going to lose, it's okay. We just want people to know that we're interested, I guess, at this point. And then caucus chair, same thing. Antonio, look forward to doing great things. Now for committees. We're going to continue to sit as committee chair on the Appropriations committee. I think that is a fantastic spot to sit. So that's a good one. And then we need to go to non-exclusive communities. And let's go Judiciary Committee this time. I think we did like financial or something last time or whatever. We're going to do Judiciary this time and see if we can mix it up a little. Okay, so courts, crime, is a big one. How about immigration and border security? This is one that we probably want to be involved in, because that seems to be one of the things that a lot of times is like a challenge for us. So let's do that. All right, schedule is now empty. Well, let's look at challenges. Tighten border security, done. 633 political points. Path to citizenship, we're going to leave on there, because didn't that one get passed, I thought? Maybe we have to advance 1 week. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it's week 1 of 2035. This reduced Medicare tax one, I was kind of thinking would be fixed at the start of this year, but maybe that's not the case, because you can see there that didn't happen. So let's dismiss that. Everything else, there's nothing we need to do this year. We did complete our campaign promises already, so that's good. But now, vote on budget resolution. 4.5 trillion. So now with Democrats in charge of the House, we're going to write this budget, and we are increasing spending by 195 billion. Ultimately not, or revenue by that much. Not a huge deal, but we are increasing payroll tax, and I think one of our challenges was actually to reduce that. So that's kind of a bummer, but we are decreasing income taxes and decreasing corporate taxes. So there's 4.5 trillion in revenue coming in, 3.5 in expenditures. So we're actually continuing to run at about a $500 billion surplus, which is solid. So let's go down and just say, yes, we support this legislation. It passed pretty easily, even got some bipartisan support, so that's awesome. And now there's probably, like I said, there's probably not going to be a whole lot that we need to do in this episode from a legislation perspective. So we could probably burn through a bunch of weeks here pretty fast. Vote on budget resolution. So there's apparently, this is down from where it was, but it's still okay. So we're going to say, yes, we support this. It got even more support, so that's good. Floor debate, temporary assistance. So we're trying to increase temporary assistance for needy families to a higher level of eligibility. Democrats are going to support it. Republicans are going to be against it. Party leader and caucus leader want us to support. Amendment hearing. Why? I don't know how this is different. I'm gonna. Oh, do we want to have it? Do we want to create an amendment? We're gonna say no. So they're proposing going from 43.9 to 46.10, and Republicans are saying 43.9 to 45 is fine. I'm going to oppose that, and we win. And now President is against it. We kind of know how all the chips are going to fall in this vote, so let's just go down here and actually vote on it, say we support it. It passed, and now is going to go up the flagpole. We got a new challenge, which is reduce gas tax, path to citizenship, illegalize recreational use. Dismiss that. I don't want anything to do with that. So basically, we're just looking for new challenges and new stuff that we need to vote on. Let's actually go here and take a look at legislation. So this, I think, was that bill that went through the House, went up to the Senate Finance Committee, got a hearing. There was an amendment. The amendment passed, but then the bill didn't make it out of committee, so it died in the Senate. So that's that. Not a big deal. Another challenge. Expand visas. So there are many talented people in the world who are willing to contribute to the prosperity of our nation, but the current limits on visas do not allow them to enter our country. Increase the limits on immigration visas. We can actually look at that. So let's go to create legislation. So immigration, work immigration visas. So it's true, but the current limit is 140,000. Let's say continue and increase that to like 160,000. Boom. We'll see if we can get that done. So here we go. Immigration law. There's committee hearing. The president supports it. Speaker of the House opposes it. That's my own party. What's going on with that, dude? So we're going to just click through all these messages because we kind of know our plan is obviously to vote for the legislation that we just submitted. Now it's time to vote. We say support. So if it gets that much support, and even all the Democrats voted for it, why did the Speaker of the House say that they were opposed? I'm confused. But that was a slam dunk, y'all. Crushed it. And now that should go up through the Senate pretty easily to where I gained... Oh, wait. I don't know if I gain any political points for that, but I should for completing that challenge. Floor debate. I don't really know why we're still doing this, guys. Why am I voting on this again? It's the pretty... Oh, well, maybe that was like just within the committee. I'm not sure, because now it went to the actual House vote, and 1 Democrat was against it, 32 Republicans out of the entire House. So that's pretty solid. That one should end up becoming a law, I would imagine. Made it out of the Senate committee with a vote of 12-7. And then the Senate passed it by a vote of 80-20. And the president signed it into law. So now we can go in here and freaking douche. So let's actually go in here to legislation and look and see if there's some other things that maybe we could sneak through that are, you know, pretty like widely accepted. Like here, family immigration is true. Visa limit is false. Provides immigration visas to individuals who have family members in the country. Let's actually go to veterans and see if we can't do some veteran disability. True. But what I want to see if we can do is maybe like increase a budget. Years of service required before becoming eligible for benefits. Let's see if we can reduce this. Freaking military would love me if I could pull that off, and we want them to like me. So let's put that in and see if that can make any difference. And if you think about it realistically, that might encourage people to like go into the military like after like being out of college and working in, you know, the private sector for a while, and then realizing, you know what, like I think the military might be for me, and then joining and being able to put in their 18 years and retire at a decent age. So we don't really care about election night coverage. It's just a primary anyway. So it made it out of committee, but it was tight. Whew. And now we're going to have the House hearings or whatever. So let's go ahead and just click through these because, again, we know how we're going to vote. It was close, but it did make it out. 1 Democrat was against it. Every Republican was against it. So this could end up getting opposed by the president and vetoed or whatever if it even makes it out of the Senate, which is 50-50 right now. So it's a long shot. But that's okay. Create appropriation bill for defense spending. I have to do this? What? So they requested that. That's what we're giving them. The president wants more. And then here What is this? Why is it at 38? No way. We're bringing that up to... We're going to split the difference and basically go halfway in between those two requests. We're not dropping that way down from last year. And the same thing here. Let's go to like 33 million on the dot. Right there is good. 15.3 is what we're shooting for here. Boom. 32.7 or so. 32. That's good enough. Here 5.2. Right there is good. 2.2. Good. 840, we'll say. Right there. 1.96 will work. I mean, we're splitting hairs here, but they're basically trying to push through a lot of cuts, and I'm not down with that. I want the military to know that we support them. President is asking for more money. I will meet them halfway. A slight increase from the previous year is okay in my book. Because we do have a surplus, if you remember. 7.5. Good enough. 18, let's call it 18.7-ish. Good enough. 54. Right there is good. And then 1.47-ish. Or that's fine. I don't care. 49. Golly, this is a lot of different, sub accounts or whatever you call them. All right, 56-ish. That works there. 8.4. 50. Golly, there's a ton of these. 3.1 and change. Good enough. 1.2 and change. 330. Good. 3.6. How about right there? 7. Let's call it 8 million. 8.15. 8.35. Right? Actually, they already had a pretty good number approved there. 20. We're going to go slightly up from last year. I haven't really been paying attention to what last year's budget was as I've been doing this. I've been kind of splitting the difference between those two. But it's not a big deal. 7.37. That's dead on with last year, or what they're requesting. So let's say yes. Can't do that because total expenditures are too high. So just freaking balance the budget. This could be bad. Just hit continue. Appropriation bill. So like it's already dead on with budget. Like we are expending the budget limit. So hit continue. And then another one. Budget limit 57 million, and that's where it is. So those all match. Good. So I could shuffle around money, but you have the same pool of money to work with. I wasn't really paying attention to that. So apologies for wasting your time there. Vote. He wants to decrease military spending. I'm going to oppose that. Oh my gosh. How are we doing on these? Nothing going on there. Appropriations bill. That one's good. Vote on it. If Democrats are the one writing the proposal, I'm going to support it. 100%. All right. And then all of these other, appropriations things that I've set went through completely unanimous. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh, here comes another one. Good, good. Submit. Any universal health care is just not going to happen, guys. That's going to be like maybe our one goal whenever we become president, to see if we can get that passed. Wouldn't that be crazy? Homeland Security, good. Interior, good. Boom. Match, match. Why are we less here? Income security expenditure. We can actually go up. So where is that? Where do I see income security? Where would that be in here? I'm not even sure which one of these I would mess with to fix that, so we'll just say continue. It's no big deal. They want to decrease spending on Homeland Security. What? You would think that Republicans would be all for anything to do with Homeland Security. Whatever. Good there. Good there. That's what happens when you're like in charge of this stuff. You got to deal with a lot of paperwork and huge amounts of money that you're essentially responsible for deciding how to use it. Housing and urban development. He wants to decrease it. We're going to oppose. We win again. Let's look at challenges. Anything else pop up here? Abolish Medicaid expansion. No, not going to do that. All right. Next. A lot of my bills getting signed into law, y'all. Oh, that was probably the one for, where was it? Which bill? Are we talking? Oh, that's probably just the budget. Yeah. That wasn't... Where was the one... which legislation did I do? That was way back here. Hang on. Appropriations. Appropriations. Okay. HR 8. Okay, it was assigned to Senate Appropriations Committee. It was granted a hearing. It won. It went to the House I don't know. I don't know, but it's no big deal. It's just some, like, things to say that I was able to accomplish, but that's not that big of a deal. Flat income tax, not going to happen. I don't necessarily even understand it exactly, but I also, like, the general concept as I think it is meant to be, like, just doesn't make sense to me. And that's why I'm not sure I understand it. It's like, why would anybody ever support that? It just doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, committee hearing for universal background checks. President is against it. So requires a background check on anyone. So this is establishing universal background checks at the federal level. So obviously Democrats are going to support this, Republicans are going to be against it. anything regarding HR 18. So when we vote, I support this, and it actually passed, and this is just in the committee, and one Republican actually voted in favor. So that's a good sign that even when it gets to like a floor vote, it could pass. So we kind of know what we're doing here. And boom, support, and it didn't make it. It was close, but 28 Democrats voted against it, and then it lost by 1 vote in the House. So, presidential primary, let's just see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candidates on the Democratic side. Pretty bonkers. And let's see who wins. Wait. Shouldn't there be... Isn't that like when we would do the primary for the Democratic Party? But whatever, not a big deal. Alright, so... Week 45... Still not really that much that I need to be paying attention to. Although, the primary would be next week 18. So, presidential primary. My event manager retired, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's go to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Yes. And we don't care about that primary either. And now we are on to the end of 2035. Now, in 2036, we will have to run for Senate again, or run for House again, or decide if we want to run for Senate or some other office. But basically, it's either House, Senate, or President. We're not running for President. So if a Senate seat is open, maybe we consider that. But let's see at the start of the start of 2036 here if there's anything that looks interesting. So state laws taking effect, workforce immigration program, so we can now do more visas. That is thanks to yours truly. Oh, I have unfilled protege slots. Don't let me forget to do that. It's not saying who is running or not for House or Senate, so maybe I missed it, or maybe there just aren't any spots that are being vacated, but not a huge deal. Let's actually go into proteges before we wrap up and just pick one. And we're going to say, like, for House of Representatives, let's pick a district. About, man, there are some that are really tight. Let's go with this one right here. 18th District, Peter McGrath. Oh, we got a bunch. Peter McGrath, where'd you go? Public Defender, he's got some political chops. So we now have the mayor of Pittsburgh is a protege, city council member, school board member. So we've got some folks in there filling spots. Let's go state house, district. Let's pick one that's heavily Democrat. District 20. We're going to go with Juan Pablo. And then let's see what he's an investment banker and a business consultant. It probably doesn't matter that much. Select, we're going to do state senate, district 4, Alec. A janitor, no, dismiss him. We don't want no janitor. Let's be serious here. Terrence Critchlow. A locksmith, get rid of him. Try again. Eileen. She's 68, though. She might as well be retiring, not running for office. Physician's assistant. Nope. Not that that's not an honorable job. Not that any of these aren't honorable jobs. But, like, I want something that kind of lends itself to the political world. Police officer. Sure. Why not? Let's get another one. Let's do for... State House again. Let's go district pick one that's, there we go. Mark Mays, an economist and an assistant manager of something. And then last but not least, let's do another state senate seat, and let's go right here. Denise Kelly. A lawyer, law clerk. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so our protege spots are full. And now, basically, I think we're going to have to decide whether we want to run for office again, because I'm pretty sure those are happening this year. And we might see some more details about that in week 2 of 2036. But if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?